break live. Our featured chef, Sam, take it away.
Well, today I am going to be making peanut blossom energy bites, and we are going to start with these peanuts and also these rolled oats. This is a pretty quick recipe. Literally, it's about half a cup of peanuts. Put it in food processor, not blender. If you try your blender, it's not going to work and you'll get a mess. About a cup of oats, rolled oats. Thick rolled oats are good. Don't use instant. That would not work, and they would not come out tasting very good. And so really what you do with this is you start with pulsing. You start with pulsing it, but once you kind of get that going, then you're going to want to put it on either blend or crush, depending on the speed and power of your food processor. So I'm just going to blend, and you have a blender there. I don't but I suppose I can kind of, let's not shake. And then you watch it until it becomes thick. You know, I do burpees, but I want to go more, so that might be a little bit. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, you want it to look somewhat like this. It's kind of a flour kind of texture. If you have any really big chunks, you want to do it just a little bit longer, and I do have a couple of big chunks here, so I'm going to just take a little bit and go back to the other bit. All right, once that is not chunky, you want it to be close to a flour texture. If there's a few bigger pieces, it doesn't really matter. You want to go with some dates. It's about a cup of medjool dates. You want to take the pits out. Obviously, you don't want your pits in your energy bites. And this is kind of a fluid part of the recipe. You can start with a cup and then keep adding if you need to. So those just go in there along with about a third of a cup of peanut butter. This is natural, creamy peanut butter, no sugars added, no oils added. And that's a really nice thing about this recipe. While I'm putting the peanut butter in here, the peanut butter part's also fluid too. Start with the third cup, and then if you find that stuff's not sticking together, you can add some more. I'll tell you a little bit about why I made this recipe. I am kind of a Christmas cookie fiend. We used to do tons of Christmas cookies when I was a kid. And one of my favorites is peanut blossoms. You know, you got a very sugary, buttery cookie made with lots of animal products and some milk and all of those things. And then you have a big old Hershey Kiss in the middle, which more animal products, more milk, more sugar. And I was the kid who was known to eat around the chocolate part and then eat the cookie part off the bottom of the chocolate and suck on the chocolate. Now, I finally got to the point where now I'm plant-based and I'm whole food plant-based, and I have some health goals, but I still love cookies. So one year I said to myself, what can I do so that I can eat as many peanut blossoms as I want all Christmas season? And of course, being a health nut, what better thing to do than to make an energy ball out of the cookies? One thing I do want to recommend, I could not get it because of supply chain issues, but if you can, Trader Joe's makes an absolutely fabulous Valencia peanut butter, and it adds a little bit of sweetness to these natural sweetness from the Valencia peanuts, and it makes them crazy good. One more thing, don't want to forget, just a little bit of vanilla extract. If you are somebody who does not like to have any alcohol in your finished products, you can get an alcohol-free vanilla extract made with vegetable glycerin. Just a little tiny bit that gives it that cookie flavor. Right.
Amazing. If you're just joining us, we're going to have another blender dance coming up. Be sure to jump in. You can do a chair dance, get up and move your body. That is part of what Sam is all about as well. She is known as the modern health nerd. We're going to hear a little bit more about that in a moment. So come on, everybody, let's go.
This one, if you have a food processor or a blender that has a little lever on it that'll help it stick to your counter, mine has that because it has a dough selection on it. Use that for this part because it can get a little bit funky. You might want to put your hand on the top too to keep it from rocking, because once it starts to become a dough, it's going to do that a little bit. So you're going to put it on blend again and just kind of watch it until it starts to come together. You can do a one-handed blender dance on this one.
wellness for your body as you move to that plant-based lifestyle. Vegan all the way. You got this. All right, back to you, Sam. We are blending it up. Woo!
I had to stop dancing so I could walk. You won't be dancing.
All right, everybody, keep moving. We've got some energy bites coming your way. Right on. Back to you.
Now, it might not actually look like a dough, but what you want to do, just grab a little handful and find out, does it hold together? And I just threw some on the floor. The dog will be happy later. But if you can see, it does in fact hold together. If it does not, throw in some more dates, throw in some more peanut butter, and you got yourself some energy balls. It's really that simple. While I am doing the next part here, I'll tell you a little about being the modern health nerd. This is the fun part, actually. As if all the blender dancing wasn't fun, this is the extra fun part. The next step is to take some cocoa powder. I have raw cocoa powder here. You can take, it's just a little bit of it. You don't need a lot, but this is where the chocolate part of the blossom bite comes in. You take however much you want, make the blossom bites, energy bites as big or as small as you want. If you're going to be taking them to like a party, you might want to make them a little smaller so that you can make a nice little platter, all of your energy bites. And then all you do, you take it, you make a nice round ball, and you put it in the cocoa powder. You roll it on there a little bit. Now, raw cocoa powder can have some lumps in it, so you might need to kind of take your fingers and spread it on the energy ball to kind of get it all coated there. But you just need a little bit, and you have a nice coated energy ball. But yes, as Paige mentioned, I am the modern health nerd. I have been plant-based for 12 years, and as of this August, and I have been whole food plant-based for, I would say, the majority of that. I did do some, take the blade out of here so I don't lacerate myself. It's another pro tip. Do not leave the blade in while you're doing this. But I saw Forks Over Knives partway through my plant-based journey, and I really thought the idea of eating more whole and healthy foods was a great idea. And so I did some health coach training. I have health coaching background, helping people transition to plant-based diets. And now I'm actually helping better for you and health-oriented brands that make things like energy balls and other types of vegan and plant-based products reach their customers with content strategy and content creation so that more people can find out about the products that are now coming to the market that you can incorporate into your diet to transition to or enhance your plant-based lifestyle. And I also, Paige mentioned this, I'm a big fitness nut. My absolute favorite fitness trainer, his name is Millionaire Hoy. He has been helping me a lot on my fitness journey through his videos. So that's something you want to incorporate to your plant-based diet is movement. I mean, if you like to do crazy stuff like I do, like weightlifting or HIIT or walking or running, whatever you like to do, make sure you get some movement in every day, but also make sure you get in a rest day. Do some stretching, do some foam rolling, do some whole body cryotherapy. There's not a lot of science with that one, but it's awful nice. Maybe not in the dead of winter. And then you can come home and eat some energy balls. So these are basically, that's how you do it. It's not a lot of steps, doesn't take very long. And then you get the fun part of rolling things in raw cocoa powder with your hands. And this is great for kids too. This is a fantastic way to get kids into eating healthier because these literally taste, I would say they taste like the peanut blossoms, but they also oddly taste like Reese Puff cereal, something that we really don't want to be eating on a plant-based diet, but you can kind of get away with it with these. And kids, it goes over well with kids. Kids love chocolate and peanut butter, and they love getting their hands in things. So there you go. It's a great holiday recipe or a great anytime recipe for your whole family.
Love it. Can you just take us through? We have a lot of people just joining us. So will you take us through what you put into that blender? And then, yes, we are going to add the recipe. You will be able to access that via the website as well as from here. So fantastic. Take it away. Tell us what you put in there and maybe even show us what the final product looks like.
Yes. Well, this is a pretty easy recipe. So to replicate a peanut blossom cookie, the classic cookie, you even see it on TV. Well, when TV was more, when TV was more what we were doing and not streaming, you'd see this one on TV and advertising and everything. It's rolled oats, nice thick ones, not instant peanuts, dry roasted peanuts, no oil and salt added. Medjool dates, no pits. Natural peanut butter, no oil or sugar or salt added. And some little bit of vanilla extract. If you want to go alcohol free, go for that. And just a little bit of raw cocoa powder. So let me roll this one and I'll show you the ones I got in the bowl here. And you can, the one other thing I would say is when you're storing these, you want to store them in an airtight container in the fridge. They will keep for a pretty significant amount of time, but the reason I don't know how long is because they just don't last long enough to go bad. Yeah, they're just so good. You just want to eat them. So there they are. You can kind of see how they look like, well, gigantic cocoa balls. They are really quite good. And you can eat them throughout the season. You can eat them pre-workout, post-workout, anytime with your family, with your kids. Fun stuff.
Awesome. And you know what I wanted to say? I wanted to make a mention of this incredible book because you talked about the film Forks Over Knives. This is a magazine. And I wanted to say that this magazine is chock full and it's a monthly. You can get it. You can also head to that website for Forks Over Knives and get tons of tips and tricks of how to get more plants on your plate. You know, great for the holidays, great for all kinds of seasons. And wow, double wow. Y'all, thank you for watching with us today. This has been a pleasure to have Sam here, the modern health nerd. How cool is that? Can you just hold up one of the balls for everyone to see? Because as we head out, you know, we want to leave people hungry for these and wanting more. Come on, don't those look tasty? Thank you again, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. That was so fast and easy. Absolutely. I love Forks Over Knives. We've got some comments here. Thank you. And woohoo. And awesome. Yes. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And we will definitely be back with you again soon. Bye now.